Polly Anderson, demonstrating safe checking, cleaning and maintenance of tools for forest schools. So I've got a range of tools here to show how we store them at forest schools and check them. So I'll start with our knives, which are kept in this toolbox. So all the knives are labelled with numbers so that we can easily see that we've got all of them at the end of a session. Kept in their sheaths in the locked toolbox. Only take this toolbox to a session when we're using knives. I have my own personal knife, which is stored inside a compartment in my bag, which I store my tools in and take my personal tools for forest school. So to check the knives, take the cover off, just a visual check of the blade. There's no notches out of it, no dinks. I've done another video showing how to sharpen the blades and clean them at the end of using them with a glove from above. So pop on my glove. So just do this once the children are finished using them, or a group, just a glove from above to clean the blade. As I say, we've already checked that it's sharp. Pop it back into its sheath and put it back in the box and seal them up. Okay. Other tools that we use at forest schools to check. So I've got my bow saw here with its cover on. The clip covers tend to get broken a bit, so we can make some covers for the bow saw blades like this. So again, to check the bow saw blade, take the cover off. Just a visual check of the blade. Have a look, make sure it's secure, not wobbly, it's fastened on okay. Obviously I can't sharpen this blade, so if it needs a new blade, I would just buy a new blade and change it. And they're similar to clean after use, to get any bits of wood out of the blade very carefully, obviously because it's toothed, but a glove from above along the edge of the blade, just to get any extra bits out of there. So that is the bow saw. Stored blade up with the blade cover on. Obviously don't want any fingers getting caught on the blades. So these are slotted on. We only have a few bow saws, and they mainly have the cover that came with it, or piece of hose pipe, which is maybe better than this. Stored blade up in the storage box. It's a crate that I take to sessions if it's got bow saws in. And count them in, count them out. We only have 3 or 4, so it's easy to keep track of them. And stored blade up with their blade cover on. Okay, so that's bow saw. Bill hook here. We tend not to use bill hooks a great deal. I use a hatchet instead, but it's kind of similar for both. So stored with the cover on. Again, a visual check the handle, and blade where the join is secure. A visual check of the blade, again no major notches or dinks out of the blade, and maintain similar to a knife, so I'll show the sharpening of the bill hook. So I've got my whetstone in some water here, put it on my whetstone stand, and similar to a knife sharpening, start at one end, tilt so that it's just the blade, the very edge of the blade resting on the stone and along. Try not to flick it up at the end. Same, move along. Don't flick it up at the end. Move along. And then for the curve, just curve it round as best as can. And then the other direction. So along the edge, along and curve it round. So I do that a similar number of times on each side, check it's sharp, and then don't want to put it away wet, and just to clean off any, same as before, a glove from above around the edge of the blade carefully. Okay, and then pop it back in its cover. Same kind of thing for an axe. Store it like that. And then lastly, I've got my loppers here. So again, a visual check, handles, where the handles are attached to the blades. Make sure everything looks okay. We do this every time we use them, really, just a visual check. They're a bit rusted, the blades of the lopper, so I could give them a quick go with some wire wool. I've closed the blades while I just clean the edge so that I don't catch my fingers on it. Just get rid of some of the rust with some wire steel wool. That's working quite nicely. Just clean that off. And then to sharpen the lopper blade, I can do that on my whetstone as well. So just this side with the blade open, tilt and along in a smooth movement along the edge of the blade. Okay. Another quick glove from above along the edge of that blade, get rid of that. And actually that wire wool's worked quite well to get rid of some of the rust on that blade, so I do that again. Close them up for storage, and I store these in the compartment in my bag, handles upwards, and that is closed and locked and kept somewhere that only I access it when I'm doing a session. So that's how that's stored. So that all the tools are stored either in a locked toolbox like this for the knives, numbered, checked regularly and maintained, in my secure bag, blade covers on for bow saw and blade upwards for the bow saw. That's it. Thank you.